Okay, well these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and this is going to be my first video. Well, not my first YouTube video, but my first cooking video. So, I don't know how it's going to turn out, and I'm just going to do it. And I just felt like, you know, I was inspired by all the other YouTube videos. So, I'm going to make a marinade for the fish that I have right here. And my cameraman will just zoom on the fish right here. Got a great sale on them. And so right now I'm going to start a marinade. We're going to use some white wine. You're going to use 1 part wine and 2 parts oil. So really don't have that much wine left, you know, because it's really great wine. That's my favorite. And so I'm not really going to give a full measure of a cup because I need to save some for the mushroom dish that I'm making. So kind of really this is like almost a cup. So throw that in there. Let's kind of see how much we have left for the mushrooms. Alright, so I'm not really sure. Oh, yeah, great. About the same amount. Alright, so that's going to go over here. Hold on. Let me grab that. Save that for the mushrooms. Got a little pepper in there. Alright, so now we're going to use some lemon juice. Some Family Dollar lemon juice for $1.50 or something like that. It's all about bargain shopping. Equal amounts, kinda, you want to make, so the lemon juice, pour it in there. And then you want to use 2 parts oil. And I think I'm seriously like yelling right now. So I'm using some extra virgin olive oil because it's the best one. Can you see that, cameraman? I think I'm outgrowing my bowl. Oh man, I am so seriously using a lot of olive oil here. I really knew I should have bought the bigger bottle. Okay, but it's going to be so worth it. Come on, get out there. Okay, so that's 2 parts olive oil. I think I outgrew my bowl here, so I'm going to reach for this bowl. Some room for mixing. Alright, so we got the wine and the lemon juice and 2 parts olive oil. So now I'm going to use some Italian seasonings. And oh, actually I wanted to use this time. But I don't know, I'm just kind of going to sprinkle it in there. No, that's not going to work for me. Sprinkling in there is not going to work for me. So we're just going to kind of... You want to take your dry herbs and kind of squeeze it in your fingertips. Yeah, I'm putting a lot because I like a lot of flavor. And I seriously broke the lid off of my Italian seasoning. What are you doing? You're a little too close to me. Okay, so my Italian seasonings, and I'm going to use a little bit of black pepper. And cameraman loves black pepper, so we're going to use a little bit more than extra. You do it according to your taste, okay? A little bit of salt. Can you want to see like how much salt we got here going on? I took like a really kind of like big pinch. A big pinch. So I kind of just do that. And last but certainly not least, some rosemary leaves. Love rosemary leaves. And normally you would take your rosemary leaves and put it in your fingers and kind of like squash it. Can you get a close-up of the rosemary on my fingertips? And you kind of like squish it to release the flavors of the herb. But I've got this great thing here. It's a Spanish thing that I believe is called a pilon. And I use that mostly for garlic and herbs. But you want to throw a little bit in there. And I've got a lot of fish to marinate, so I kind of want a lot of rosemary. And kind of squash it up and grind it up. And release the flavors of the herb, I guess. I don't know, I love this thing. Actually, this is my mom's, and I kind of borrowed it from her. And she's really great to let me borrow it, because I don't have one of my own. Hopefully one day I'll get one of my own. She got this in New York, so I haven't found one in Georgia. Haven't seen them around. If you know of any where I can get them from, let me know. But they have to be inexpensive. So you kind of really put your muscle into it and kind of squash it a little bit. And just kind of mix it around. I guess that's kind of good enough. I'm going to dump it in there. Oh, you can't forget the garlic. The garlic is really important. Almost forgot the garlic. Alright, so I'm going to use my handy dandy garlic press. If you don't have one of these, you really need to get one of these. So, kind of throw the garlic in there. Oh, by the way, I actually... Whoops. Little mishap in the kitchen. Actually, I trimmed off the garlic edges. If you don't know, you should really trim off the edges of the garlic because it makes it bitter. And if you... Ooh, I just noticed something. Come a close up on this one. I just noticed that this particular piece of garlic has what you call... Well, I don't know what you call it, but I call it something that's not good to eat. It's like the inner... When the garlic starts to grow and... you get this piece in the middle of your garlic. You want to take that out because it makes your garlic bitter. It's really not good. So I'm going to throw that out. And it makes you burp too, according to cameraman. So you want to throw your garlic in there. I don't know. I love a lot of garlic. I really don't know how much garlic I put in here. It might have been 2 cloves, might have been 3 cloves. I kind of chopped it up and wasn't paying much attention. Don't remember. So anyway, here we're just going to throw this in here. Oh. And we're going to throw that in there. And we'll be back to you in a minute. Okay, so we're back, and we got a little battery died on our camera. So I was in the middle of doing the garlic press and putting all the garlic in there. So I'm going to continue doing that. Throw the garlic in there, and try and squeeze in as much as you can. This is the last piece, and you just do a little squash, kind of get it tucked in there. So I'm going to squeeze out. If you'll watch this, see it's going to squeeze out when I squeeze it. And you kind of want to grab some of it and push it right back in there if you could. Oh, a big piece just fell out, but that's okay. It's all about the marinade. It's all about the garlic. If you're a garlic lover like me, then comment below. Alright, so I got the garlic pressed out, and you want to scrape it out. And then get that out of there. But use the back of the spoon, which I like to use, and get it all out. And get it in there. Alright, that's good. Good job there. No garlic will get wasted and harmed in this video. Alright, so anyway. Now it's time for the whisking part. And so you want to emulsify your citrus with your oil. And normally cameraman does this because he's got really big strong arms and he's really good at emulsifying things in like seconds. But it might take me a little while, so I'm going to try and do this as fast as I could. Alright, just getting my apron just a little bit more dirty. That's okay. I don't have to throw it in the wash. Anyway, so if you'll take a close-up of this marinade, you'll see that it's already emulsifying, and I seriously don't have the muscles for this. I'm a little wimpy girl in the kitchen. Need my muscle man cameraman for this. I'm exhausted already. Alright, so I'm going to kind of do that as best as I could. Okay, making a mess, I think. Let's try the left hand. No, that's not going to work. Alright, let's do it over the fish. In case if I make a mess, I'm going to make a mess and it's going to be in the right place. So, that was a little too rough. So, you want to whisk your marinade, which is your wine, white wine. I'm exhausted, seriously. I've got no muscles for this. Okay, so basically this is the end of the video. We're going to show you what to do. You're going to mix it as best as you can. Get all those flavors incorporated. Yummy garlic, yummy rosemary, salt and pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning. Give it a little extra boost with the marjoram and the thyme. And I think the sage and the Italian seasoning also. So this is really awesome. I am not whisking anymore. Seriously, this is enough. Okay, so here you go, folks. Whisk is enough. Throwing that in the sink there, and you just pour it over your fish. Just like that. There we go. Get your fish all covered in that. All that delicious goodness. Oh, look at that. There's lots left over. We need a rubber spatula to get that goodness out. Oh, what are you doing? You're going to get them dizzy.
Extreme close-up.
No, 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 no. Okay, seriously, so use your rubber spatula to get the rest of this out, because you don't want to waste any of that. That's some good stuff. I mean, look how much I got out extra. Can you see that? I don't know, because it's kind of dark. I don't know if you can see that, but I got a lot extra out because it was sticking to the sides of the bowl. Come on, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, wine. You know, really, you don't want to waste any of this stuff. You want to get as much out of it as you can. And that pretty much is it. You kind of want to move your fish around just a little bit. You see how I'm doing this to the fish to make sure it gets underneath? Don't, like, mutilate your fish, because, you know, you got to be really careful to not. But you want to move it around just a little bit enough to make sure that the marinade goes underneath your fish. And the most important part is to have all of your fish covered. See, it's kind of peeking out just a little bit. That's because it's a thicker piece. Some of them are thicker and some of them are thinner. But you want to make sure that every piece of your fish gets some marinade on it, whether you're just splashing some on there or it's kind of swimming and drowning in it. Kind of fish drowning. Have you ever heard of fish drowning? But anyway, you want to marinate this for at least 20 minutes minimum. 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. I would definitely not marinate it more than 40 minutes. Don't get like I would normally get and marinate it like for 2 days. Because your fish would totally be cooked because of the citrus in it. You don't want to do that. You just want to marinate it for about 30 minutes and that's it. And then you just cook it how you want to cook it. You want to bake it in the oven. You want to grill it. You want to fry it. I don't think frying it would be a good idea. But actually what I'm going to do is take this right here. I mean, this is an idea that I have. I haven't tried it, but I thought it would be cool. I don't know if I can fit 2 pieces of fish on there, but this is like a cast iron thing, usually for Mexican food, to make fajitas. But I was thinking this would be pretty cool to try and, you know, cook it on here. If you can fit 2 pieces of fish on there, I don't know, they're kind of small. And you put this right on your stove, and you get really, really hot, and you throw a little oil on it. And that's all you really need, because there's a lot of oil in the marinade already. But just a tiny bit of oil. And get this really hot and throw your fish on there, and your fish will be ready in 5 minutes. Don't overcook your fish. God, seriously. Like 2 minutes per side, or 3 minutes per side. Not even that much, because nobody wants to overcook fish. And you seriously do not need to cook fish all the way through, really. You don't. If it's a good quality fish, if it's fresh. And that's it, really. That's my first cooking video. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it didn't rattle on too much. And cameraman, you were great, I'm sure. Doing little close-ups and stuff like that. And cheers. Thanks for watching. I said I wasn't gonna. No, I'm not. I said I wasn't gonna take a video of the fish cooking, but it looks so good. So I decided to take a video of the fish cooking. Because it's smoking, and it's grilling, and it's looking good, it's sizzling. It's looking pretty good. What do you think? Ooh, the camera's getting flashed on. So, let's see. Whoop. Okay, let's see how we do. Oh, that might need a little bit more oil. Oh, maybe not. How's that look? This one has a little bit too much oil on it. That might be dangerous. It's looking up. scared. I should have put 2 pieces on. I didn't think I could put 2 pieces on. That's okay. We'll do one at a time. And that is how the fish is coming out. Hey, one's going to be more charred than the other. Ow! I just got splashed. Alright, that's how the fish is turning out. Got remarinated for like a half an hour or 40 minutes. And I hope that you enjoy our videos. And those are the mushrooms that we cooked. And they're in creamy garlic sauce. Yeah. Alrighty. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.